What's up, man? Sean G. Live. Just got finished with working with one of my clients from my 8-week program. Shout out to my man from Atlanta. So, are there supplements in federal prison? Is there protein powder, creatine, pre-workout, hydroxycut, steroids, amino acids in prison, in federal prison? I don't know about the state. I never did state time. I did fed time. I didn't do no state time. The answer is unequivocally my experience. I don't know what's going on now. I ain't been to every federal prison. I don't know what they do in other joints. But when I was at FCI Morgantown, from October 2014 to January 2016, there was protein powder, creatine, hydroxycut. I don't know about steroids or amino acids, but I'm pretty sure if all that other stuff was there, that was there too. That was there too. How it got in, I don't know. I don't know if the guards were sneaking it in, selling it to the inmates, or if the niggas was hitting the hill. Because at Morgantown, there was no fence. So you could run up the hill and have your people, you call your people, because they had cell phones, niggas had cell phones on the compound. You get a nigga to call your people, and they go to GNC or Vitamin Shop or whatever and buy all of the supplements, and then they come and they throw it over the fence at the top of the hill. And then the niggas would wake up like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, run up the hill, get the bag, bring it back, and then they would sell whatever. Liquor, K2, Kentucky Fried Chicken, all kind of shit they had on the compound. Niggas smoking weed, smoking K2, drinking liquor, all that. I remember a nigga was smoking K2 one time. He was so high he couldn't even stand up. We had to stand him up by his bunk. He was so high off K2. This is in federal prison. This is in prison. He high, and there was count time. It might have been like it was the 9 o'clock count. That's what it was. I remember it was the 9 o'clock count. Because in the feds, you get counted 4 o'clock count and 9 o'clock count. And then on Saturdays, it's a 10 a.m. count, a 4 p.m. count, and a 9 o'clock count. I think that's on Saturday and Sunday. But anyway, this was the 9 o'clock count. This nigga was so high off of K2, because you got to stand by your bunk when the guard come around the count, because they walk by and they supposed to be 2 niggas by every bunk, unless a nigga bunking by himself. You got to stand there so they can count you. And homeboy was so high, he couldn't even stand up. We had to stand him up. When we heard the keys or the CO coming, we had to prop him up on his bunk so he could make the count. But yeah, anyway, he's smoking K2. But getting back to the supplements, y'all be trying to distract me with these stories. All of that is on the compound. I never took the protein powder or the creatine. A nigga offered to sell me a bag of protein powder one time, a little coffee bag for $25. I said, man, I don't want that. I don't need that. I'm already, you know what I'm saying, killing shit in the weight pit on the flat bench. My flat bench is legendary around here. You understand? I don't need that. I think they thought because my flat bench was what it was, you know, because I'm a short dude. I'm a small dude. I'm not no big dude. I'm 5'7". I was like 173 pounds, and I was repping out 315. I'm repping out 325 on the flat bench. So niggas was like, this nigga gotta be on something. He gotta be on some creatine or some protein powder. But I was all natural. You understand? I'm just strong like that. My bench press is just strong when I was doing it. So dude tried to sell me 25, a little small. I said, man, I don't want that. Then another nigga from Jersey tried to sell me some He asked me if I wanted some Hydroxycut. He showed me the pills. I said, man, I don't want that. And, you know, we knew niggas who was taking creatine, niggas who was taking protein powder, you know, all of that other stuff. But me personally, I didn't want to take no supplements in prison because growing up, I was always fascinated by the dudes that would go to jail or go to prison and then come home, and then they would have these bodies and these arms and these traps and these shoulders, these front deltoids and these chests. Like, yo, what was y'all doing in there, man? And, you know, you had to attribute it that it was a jail physique. It was a prison body, right? And the nigga, when he would come home from jail, he would have the best body around. And so my thing was, unfortunately, prison is for suckers. You should never go there. It's a horrible place. It's a waste of time. I made a bad decision. I exercised bad judgment. I got greedy, and I ended up going to prison. I broke the law, and I went to prison, as I should. When you break the law, you should go to jail. But I said, well, now that I'm here, I'm gonna get me a prison body. I'm gonna leave up out of here with what I seen niggas I used to see on the street. I'm gonna leave up out of here with me one. And that was my mentality. I'm just gonna do a ridiculous amount of push-ups, hundreds of thousands of push-ups, crazy squats, crazy burpees, crazy spin bike, crazy dips, crazy pull-ups, crazy shoulders, crazy back exercise. I'm just gonna dedicate myself to my body. And that's what I did. So I didn't take none of the supplements that I could have bought or was offered to me. I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to come out of there looking right on my own, with my own mind and my own visualization of how I wanted to look. And that's what I did. You understand? We knew niggas that was taking creatine and protein powder, and them niggas was money. Their bodies was money. Can't take nothing away from them. But I considered it a cheat. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because what I would see is, as long as the protein powder and the creatine and the steroids and the hydroxycut and the pre-workout was constantly being brought on the compound, these niggas would be in the weight pile going crazy, man. Benching 4, 5, crazy back, bent over row, 225, crazy. But the minute the guards didn't bring it in, or the niggas couldn't sneak up the hill to get it, and the protein powder and the creatine and the steroids and the amino acids, it couldn't get on the compound for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the bench would go from 405 to 355, right? All the maxes would come down. The size would come down. You understand? So you could see visually that the supplements had an effect when you were using them, and when you stopped using them, it had a reverse effect. Niggas would deflate like a balloon. Poof. You know what I'm saying? So I used to see this. Me and my nigga Mister, we used to see this. But my bench, all my stuff stayed the same. You understand? Once I hit my max would stay the same, because I had got to my max. It would go up maybe 5 or 10 pounds, but over like a month or two. But when them niggas was on that creatine, that protein powder and all that, whatever they was on, they maxes would be going up goddamn 10 pounds a week after they was already at a max. So I never wanted that. So I didn't do that. You understand? So I don't take, but let me tell you this. So I got out in 2016. I got out, and let me say this. Even the niggas that was on the creatine and the protein powder, my bench press max and my push-up game was right there on par. Right there on par. I got into many bench press contests, push-up contests, and I always held my own. Always held my own. But I got released in 2016. I did 15 months, 15 days, and 19 hours, right? So I said to myself, I said, Sean, because I had never got into that kind of physical shape in my life. I was 47 years old. I went to prison, I was 45. I got out, I was 47. And I had never looked that good. I had never been in that kind of physical shape. I had never been that confident. I had never been able to achieve that level of peace of mind, that level of fortitude, temperance, perseverance, persistence, consistency, dedication, focus, stamina, endurance. I had never been able to do that, but I did it while I was in the joint. So I said, Sean, when you get out, man, we gonna take protein powder. We gonna drink them protein shakes. I started drinking the metrics, the EAS metrics in the little purple bottle. I was drinking the muscle milk, the lean body, but my main thing was the metrics. And I was still going to the gym. I got out 2016, I was still going to the gym, taking the protein powder, drinking the metrics, the muscle milk, eating the protein cookies and all that, protein bars. And you know what it did to me? To my body. I don't know what it'll do to you. I don't care what it'll do to you. I just care what it'll do to me. How it affected my body, it took away all my cuts. It took away all my cuts. How I'm ripped up now, if I was to get on protein powder or start drinking them, my back keep itching, y'all. That's why I keep scratching my back. If I was to get on protein powder and drink muscle milk and all that stuff now, and then I used to work out at LA Fitness, and as soon as I finished working out, I would go to the juice bar and get me a smoothie and tell them to put an extra banana in there and put an extra 2 scoops of protein powder. It took away all my cuts. It took away all my cuts. I was strong, just as strong as I was in the joint, but I had no cuts. So I stopped taking it. So that was I stopped lifting weights around 2018. So for like the last 6 years, I've been doing nothing but straight calisthenics, and I don't take no supplements. All I do is coffee for my pre-workout. That's what I wanted to tell y'all. And I just eat pork, beef, fish, chicken, black beans, white navy beans, kidney beans, baked beans, black-eyed peas, corn, apples, fish, turkey, lamb, ham, beef, all of that. Sardines out the can, tuna out the can, and that's why I look like this. I eat all low glycemic index foods. But for the pre-workout, this is what we used to use for pre-workout in prison. You could buy instant coffee off the commissary, and then you could buy soda off the commissary, or you could buy one individual can of soda from a dude who sold sodas. That was his hustle. And you would get a cup. You would get a cup like this, and you would put about that much soda in there. It's got to be a black soda, a Dr. Pepper, a Pepsi, or a Coke. You put about that much soda, and then you take a scoop of instant coffee, put it in the soda, stir it up, and that's your pre-workout. And if you wanted to make you a pre-workout for the next day, if you wanted your pre-workout to sit overnight, you would put that much soda, put a teaspoon of coffee in there, and put a Jolly Rancher in there so you could get the taste. You understand? Somebody calling me. And you let that sit overnight. So now your pre-workout, you got the coffee, the dark soda with the caffeine, and the sugar from the Jolly Rancher, and the taste from the Jolly Rancher. And man, you drink that before you go work out, and you go out to the weight pit, and you go crazy. A lot of dudes just drink coffee while they working out. You know what I'm saying? So I never bought like the pre-workout from the store. I just use coffee. You know what I'm saying? What else I wanted to say? So there is supplements in prison, protein powders and creatines and probably everything else, but I never took it because I always considered it a cheat. I said to myself, this is just for me, this is my opinion. I say, if I allow Sean G to think that it's the protein powder that gives him his gains, that it's the protein powder that gives him his strength, then that's a weak state of mind because I'm giving my acquired strength and look to an external substance, right? And see, I understand that I'm a God, right? That I'm a God of my world, that I'm a God of my cipher, and that through my choices and decisions and through my process of visualization in my dome, I could create whatever I want on the planet, even my physique. The physique that I have, the reason I look like this is because I visualized it. I said, Sean, I want you to get the turtle shell. I want your chest to sit up. I want you to get rid of them obliques, bring them down, and I visualize it. You want them traps to sit up like that. You know what I'm saying? With your mind, with my mind, I can create whatever I want because I'm a God. I'm not God of the universe, God of the planet, I'm not the infinite God, the omnipotent, all-seeing God, but I am a God of my life, of my immediate day. I can make choices. I could come here, I could choose to do a jumper jack, I could choose to do this. That's my choice. That's my decision. And the same thing applies for my life. I could stay in this stupid ass marriage and continue to get abused, or I could get out of this crazy relationship with this toxic person and I can move on with my life. That's my choice. That's me being a God of my world. Or I could say, I'm gonna stay in this toxic relationship and I'm gonna suffer. But if I choose to stay there and continue to suffer, I can't blame it on, oh, God put me here. No, I'm making a conscious decision to do that. So that's what I thought about, you know what I'm saying? All my gains, how I look, all my strength, my whole body is based on my dome. You understand? And I felt like dudes, and I still feel like this, dudes that need creatine, steroids, TRT, HGH, your mind is weak. You got no self-confidence, your self-esteem low, and you don't believe in yourself, and you want the quick fix. You want that microwave body. You understand? And you could get it as long as you taking all of them supplements and it's damaging your internal organs. But the moment you stop, you deflate. Poof! You don't look like nothing. What's up, man? My body, my physique is from millions of push-ups. I done did over 1 million push-ups, guaranteed, maybe 2 million in the last 9.5 years. Close to it. Definitely over 1 million. But everything I got is from me. And that's why my confidence is so high. That's why my arrogance is so high. And my conceitedness, I don't know if that's a word, or my being conceited is so high because I believe in me that I can do whatever I want to do with my mind. And I think that dudes that take supplements, unless you a bodybuilder or whatever, but you already lost because you already chunked yourself off and told yourself that you can't do it with your mind and by yourself, that you need some chemicals to do it. So you already weak to me. I already know that in a battle that I'ma outlast you because your mind, you've already exhibited weakness by your choice of choosing chemicals and external substances to give you what you want. That's my opinion. You ain't gotta care, you ain't gotta agree or disagree. I don't care if you agree or you don't agree. That's my opinion. You You understand? But yeah, that's what it is. I just got finished doing a little workout. 2 of my clients sign up for my 8-week program. If you want to start looking like something, you understand? Sign up for my 8-week program. Right there, the link down there, man. Go hit the link and come on if you want to start looking like something. I'm 55 years old, born 1969. My dick work, no Viagra, no Cialis. I don't need no pills that y'all be buying at the truck stop. Them big ass blue pills and none of that. Black Ant, none of that. I don't need none of that. Creatine Pro, I don't take none of that. I'm all natural, man. 100%. Sean G, don't never stop. Look at these shorts. Ain't none of y'all bought a pair of shorts. My shorts is $95, man. All of this is custom embroidery. You don't know how much these shorts cost for me to make. All of this is custom embroidered. These ain't no patches. This is professional embroidery. In the shorts, they loose. You could ball in them if you could ball. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to ball, you could ball in them. You understand? Because I hit a jumper in your face. I hit a jumper in your face and say, check. 1-0, me. Then I'll get the ball again. Before I even shoot, I'm going to say 2-0. Boom. And you know what it's going to be? 2-0. Because it's going to be a rimless swish. So you could ball in these shorts. You could take your honey out in these shorts. Or you could do calisthenics in these shorts. Peace.